Good morning, 7th class students. Today we are studying about the nutrition of human beings of next part. It means you already discussed about the mouth and permanent teeth. Now we are discussing about how can we care of teeth. Okay. So if you will not care the teeth by brushing and cleaning them after each meal, gradually teeth become yellowish due to accumulation of some sticky film containing food particle mixed with saliva. It means this is called plaque. It means a yellowness, a layer of yellow color which is known as plaque, and it is only due to that when we are not caring the teeth by brushing and cleaning them after each meal. So when this yellowish layer is just accumulate at our teeth, okay, and premolars, molars, incisors, canines, okay, these four are types of teeth in our mouth. So when the this yellowish layer just accumulate, and this is the sticky film containing food particles, so this is known as plaque. So the sugary food material present in plaque is converted into acids by some bacteria. So when this plaque yellowness is just converted into acid by some bacteria generally present in the mouth and do not harm us. So these bacteria are not generally harm to us, but these are generally present in our mouth, and this acid is formed damage the enamel, which is the hardest part of our human body. This is the enamel, which is the upper coating of our teeth, causing tooth decay. Tooth decay means continuously degradation of our tooth, and leads to the formation of cavity which causes severe pain. It means a severe pain also can be happen only due to this the degradation of enamel. So you can see the diagram of this plaque. It means plaque is a part of this yellowness, okay, and which is actually the food particles, and these food particles continuously degraded our tooth. So enamel is the hardest part, that is the upper covering. In the middle there is a dentine, and just inside there is a pulp, and many arteries and veins which is related to blood circulation is just downside. So when this plaque is formed, they continuously decompose this enamel, which is the hardest substance, and make a hollow structure inside to up to the root of this teeth. Okay, so particular tooth when we are watching, so this hollow structure is formed, and due to this severe pain also can be happen in our mouth. So how can we prevent by this? So we should clean our teeth and by brushing twice a day. It means in one a day we can twicely can we do this brushing. Now next is tongue. It is a flat muscular organ attached to the back from the floor of the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means mouth. It is an important organ because it performs the following function. What are the functions of tongue? So it has to mix saliva with food. Saliva is a juice which is secreted in our mouth by salivary glands, and this saliva is help to digestion of our food in our mouth. It helps to find out the taste of food. Okay, only due to the tongue we have to taste the different type of food taste. It helps in swallowing the food. How can we swallow this food into our alimentary canal or food pipe? So by the help of tongue. Okay, so this tongue helps to send this food from mouth to stomach. Tongue contains a taste buds. Okay, taste bud means there are a different type of taste buds in our tongue which help and to detect the different type of taste which is found in our food, that is like bitter, okay, sour, sweet, and salty taste. So like that, bitter taste we can be identified by this region of our tongue, and sour from here, salt from this edges of this tongue, and sweet at the front. Okay, so these are the reason where we can taste or to detect the different taste of food. Now next is salivary glands. What are the salivary glands? So salivary glands secrete a digestive juice called saliva. Saliva contains an enzyme called amylase. Okay, so salivary glands secrete a digestive juice. You know about this digestive juice are generally used to digest the food, and this is known as saliva. Saliva contains, this is the watering of mouth, okay, when we see and when we are feeling the starvation of food, it means so that time watering of mouth is known as saliva. Saliva contains an enzyme called amylase that break down starch into sugar. Starch means types of carbohydrates which is found in our wheat, grain, or in our food. So into sugar we can help. Okay, so starch is converted into sugar by the help of amylase. Next is our how to esophagus. Okay, so before esophagus means food pipe. Okay, when we are swallow the food, just food goes to esophagus, and before that we have to see one activity, that is to effect of the saliva on starch. So first of all we have to take 2 test tubes, boiled rice, dropper, iodine solution. You know about that, what are the uses of this iodine solution? Because in the presence of iodine solution, any food, if there is a presence of starch, then it can be show the blue black color. So with the help of dropper we will add this drops. So you can see the iodine solution dropper from the help, and this is the boiled rice, and this is the water, and this is the boiled chew rice. Boiled chew rice means what we are showing here. Boiled chew rice contains a saliva enzymes, and it is already this is the degradation of or decomposition of this carbohydrate into sugar. So first of all we have to take 2 test tubes, label them A and B in the test, label them A and B. In test tube A put 1 teaspoonful boiled rice, in test tube B 1 teaspoonful boiled rice that have been chewed for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so this is the fresh boiled rice, and this is the after 3-5 minutes chewed in our mouth, then we are just adding 1 teaspoon boiled rice into test tube B. Add 3 ml of water in each test tube. Now pour 2-3 drops of iodine solution in each test tube. Now 2-3 drops of iodine solution. The solution in the test tube A turns blue black, whereas the solution in the test tube B does not change its color. So it means the solution in the test tube A, which contains the starch, okay, because this in this test tube the starch is not converted into sugar, that's why this is the blue black color showing, whereas in the test tube B, which there is already starch is already converted into sugar, that's why there is a no change in its color. In test tube A, boiled rice is present, which is a rich source of starch. The chewing of rice mixes saliva in boiled rice. It results in breakdown of starch into sugar. So chewed rice already, because of boiled rice, because there is already starch converted into sugar, that's why there is a no change. But in test tube A there is a blue black color which is showing the presence of starch, because before to chew there is a no change of starch into sugar. Okay, I hope you understood this. So this is the showing that what are the effect of saliva on starch. Esophagus, it is a hollow tube that connects mouth to the stomach. It means when the food is generally direct goes to mouth to the stomach only due to the esophagus. Esophagus other name is food pipe. Then stomach, here food is pushed downward by the contraction of the wall. Food is this is known as peristalsis. Okay, this relaxation and contraction of this food is known as contraction of food is known as peristalsis or peristaltic movement, because only due to that the food goes to downside. Okay, then this create a wave-like movement. Okay, this create a wave-like movement, and this wave-like means you know about that like sea waves. Okay, so food is just goes like wave-like movements. Okay, so only due to the contraction and relaxation is only can perform this send to food to downside. Now the stomach. What is stomach? It is a J-shaped structure. The stomach is received food from the esophagus at one end and opens into a small intestine. It means upper one end is just attached with the esophagus, which is the food pipe, and other one is the small intestine. The gastric glands are present in the inner wall of stomach. gastric gland जो है which is present in so this what are the use of these gastric glands? So they are just secretes the gastric juices to the stomach. This juice contains enzymes that help to digest the food. So this juice generally contains some enzymes which is helpful in digest the food. So stomach also secretes mucus and hydrochloric acid. These mucus and hydrochloric acids are a type of enzymes. Okay, hydrochloric acids generally used to digest in the food. Hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria present in the food. This is the important functions or role of HCl. It means hydrochloric acid. Okay, short we have to write HCl. So this HCl acid is important to kill the bacteria present in food. Okay, unfortunately if we are taking any bacteria in the food, so HCl just kill them in the food. Mucus protects the lining of stomach from HCl, because there is a HCl, then there is an acidic medium in our stomach, and due to that mucus is just protects the lining of stomach. If mucus cannot protect the lining of stomach, then there is a formation of peptic ulcer. It means there is a ulcer also formed in our stomach. Okay, next is after that stomach the food is just goes to small intestine. Look, small intestine is the longest part, about 7.5 meter. Okay, generally the longest part of our part of this, that is the 7.5 meter total length of the alimentary canal, but actually they are in the form of coil. Okay, this is the coiling of this small intestine. That's why we cannot distinguish that how they 7.5 meter in the length of the alimentary canal. It is also the site of complete digestion. Okay, it is so you can see easily this is the coil form of known as small intestine. So it is a site of complete digestion. It means complete digestion takes place here. Here carbohydrates completely break down into glucose, fats, and into so listen, carbohydrates are just converted into glucose here, fats converted into fatty acids and glycerol here, and protein is converted into amino acids here. So you can see here easily how the food different nutrients can be started digestion here. Two glands, liver and pancreas, secrete their juices in small intestine. Okay, so two glands like liver and pancreas secretes their juices in small intestine. Liver secretes bile which gets stored in a sac-like structure called gallbladder. So gallbladder is a place where liver secretes bile juice. It means bile juice are just accumulated at the gallbladder, and bile helps to digest fat. It means generally the bile salts or bile juices are which is secretes from liver is used to digest fat. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice that also help in digestion. So pancreas, it means this is also two glands. One is liver which secretes bile juice. The next is pancreas which secretes pancreatic juice that also help in digestion. Next is the inner wall of small intestine has millions of finger-like projections. Inner wall contains millions of finger-like projection. So these finger-like projection are known as villi. Okay, and small one is also known as microvilli. So these villi increase the surface area absorption, so that maximum absorption of digestion food. Okay, so now if already food is digested, then there is a need of absorption of this food. So what we have to do for that? We have to do that to absorb. So absorption is possible only due to this finger-like projection, which is known as villi and microvilli. These absorbed digested food reaches to blood. After that, we will get the energy from this food, and this can be digested food energy is reaches to the blood. Then now we are discussing about the large intestine, because after that food is just goes to large intestine. Look, the undigested food, it means those food are not digested up to in small intestine. Now that remains in the small intestine passes into the large intestine. Okay, so those are not digested or undigested. they now goes to large intestine. Here some amount of water is absorbed by the wall of large intestine. Remaining waste is passed to rectum and then expelled out from the body through the anus. Okay, so remaining waste is passed to the rectum and then expelled out. Okay, it means if undigested and unwanted food are there, then they have to be expelled. It means goes to outside through the anus. The length of large intestine is only 1.5 meter. So due to that, we can see the total intestine length is 7.5 plus 1.5 means total at least 9 meters in adults. Okay. So in human beings, digestion takes place outside the cells in alimentary canal. That's why it is known as extracellular digestion. Okay, because outside the cells, that's why extracellular, and if inside the cells, then this is known as intracellular digestion. Okay, then many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose due to the absence. So cellulose is found in bark of tree or tree wood. Okay, so this only can be digested by ruminants or cow, buffalo. Okay, goat like that. So we cannot digest this paper or wood or wood pulp like that because we are not having such a type of enzymes. Nutrition in ruminants. Nutrition in ruminants. What is the ruminants? You knows about that? Okay, ruminants is a those are chewing of curd. Those are done the animals which is generally used the food in the chewing of curd. What is the chewing of curd mean? Once they because they are having a lot of energy because they need lot of energy. So when they see the food, they just taken all the food inside their body. Okay, and after that the food is just come outside and after physical digestion from their teeth or okay, then they will be go to the other chamber. So the ruminants are generally in four chamber. Now we have to see what are there. All plant cells consist of complex carbohydrate called cellulose. Okay, complex carbohydrate because they are not easily digestible in human beings, only digestible in ruminants. Digestion of cellulose requires a special type of digestive system in which stomach is divided into four chambers. Okay, we are all also having a chambers like small intestine, large intestine, stomach. Like that, chambers are also found in ruminants. So, like rumen, reticulum, omesum, and abomesum. Okay, abomesum. So. These are the four different type of chambers: rumen, reticulum, omesum, and abomesum. So here in this diagram, you can easily see what is reticulum, what is then omesum, abomesum, and rumen. Okay, so these are the different type of. So now we have to see how the food is goes inside, and after that from where it will become again in their mouth. In grass-eating animals, half-chew food plant matter reaches to first chamber of stomach. Okay, first the food is goes to first chamber of stomach. That is known as rumen. So this is the rumen. You see this pink color. This is the rumen because the rumen size is too much big because they have to fill fastly this rumen by the food when they see okay green grass or anything. Then first chamber of stomach called rumen, which bacteria act upon cellulose, and then bacteria is act upon cellulose. This cellulose can be digesting here. Cellulose digesting enzymes also present here. The partly digested food enters in the second chamber. Okay, then it is the partly digested. Partly digested means not fully digested. Somewhat it may be digested, but now they have to goes to second chamber. From here, partly digested food which is back to mouth is called curd. So now the food is from second. It comes again to their mouth. This is called curd. Okay, so this curd is a type of food, type of the partly digested food which is come again in their ruminant's mouth. Curd is a further chewed by the animals. It means again chewed by the animals because first time they are not chewed permanently. Temporarily they just taken up. This process is called rumination. So this is the process and which is called the rumination. And the animal that does it is called ruminant. Okay, so those are perform this rumination is known as ruminant. The ruminated food is swallowed again and reaches directly to the third chamber of stomach, and here ruminated food is broken down into smaller pieces. Okay, then it is goes to third chamber and then broken down to more smaller pieces. Finally, it reaches to fourth chamber where enzymes convert the complex nutrient into simpler ones to complete the digestion. It means finally it will be goes to fourth chamber, which where the complex nutrients can be converted into simpler food materials, and this makes the complete the digestion. Okay, so I hope you understood this all these things. Okay, one more thing is inside is that is the diarrhea. It is the cause due to the infections of food poisoning sometime because this is this, you know about that this time rainy days, many mosquitoes and flies are at the food, and sometimes the outsider food vendors are just selling the bad food where the foul smell also will come. So this is known as when we are eating this food poisoning or indigestion also happen, and this is the diarrhea common problem in India, and this is the frequently watched stool. Okay, so loose motion also happen in this condition. Severe condition may be fatal or due to this completely dehydration. It means completely goes loss of this water from the body. So sometimes we have to give the ORS solution or ORS powder, electrolyte powder. So this oral rehydration solution, we have to give the remedies and the remedies to the patients, and immediately they have to get relief. Okay, so I hope this chapter you also understood. Okay, thank you.